What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's second stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and new stimulus negotiation report for Sunday, October 4th. Now, today we have some more positive news regarding stimulus and the second stimulus check. So let's dive right into it. First off, the stimulus checks have been agreed upon, and they will be for $1,200 for filers, $1,200 for their spouses, and $500 for all dependents. Now, this is only if you make under $75,000 as an individual or $150,000 as a couple. Now, we don't know if people with an ITIN number will receive a stimulus check yet or not, so we're still waiting word on that. But as soon as I get that, I will let you know. What we do know is most likely there's a 95% chance that most likely anybody that owes back child support would still get a second stimulus check, which was not the case from the CARES Act. Also, there will be no retroactive stimulus checks, which means if you are an adult dependent and you get a stimulus check this time, you will not get one from the CARES Act, the original stimulus check. So, this is great news, as many Americans are relying on this stimulus check to help them get back on their feet and pay for stuff that they haven't been able to pay for thus far. So that is good news. Another piece of positive news is that Republicans and Democrats have agreed to at least provide the unemployed a federal benefit of $400 per week. That is what's currently being discussed, because as of right now, Republicans, they want $400 per week, and they want this to go until December 31st. Democrats, on the other hand, want $600 per week, and they want that to go until January 31st of 2021. Now, this is really good news, because many people were saying that even though they received the $300 in LWA, the Lost Wages Assistance Program, they were reporting that they still struggled to pay their bills, as they were still not receiving as much money as they did when they were employed. So that's good news that $400 would be very beneficial. $600 per week would be even greater. But as of right now, that's one of the things that's under debate between Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin. So we'll see what happens there. But as soon as I know more, I will let you know. I'm expecting we should hear more from Nancy Pelosi sometime today. Normally, her and Steve Mnuchin come out on Sundays and give us a little bit of insight where they're at. So I'm anticipating that's going to happen in just a little bit. Now, many people have asked me about hazard pay and why is it not being considered in the new stimulus negotiations. But I want to give you some great news, okay? Because right now, Congress is saying that hazard pay should not be on the table, simply because these people were not affected by COVID-19, which is pretty much what this package is supposed to be for. It's just a relief package. However, here's some good news. That wasn't great news, but here's some great news. If another round of PPP funding goes through, which is expected, and it's supposed to be at least $130 billion, because that's what we have left over in repurposed funds from the CARES Act. So it will at least be $130 billion. And many companies have already publicly stated that if they receive, or if another round of PPP funding goes through and they can receive another round, then they would offer hazard pay to their employees. But we just have to be patient. So that is really good news. One of the main industries where they're willing to do that is in retail. Retail such as grocery, some shopping, some clothing, stuff like that, but mainly in grocery, mainly grocery stores. They are saying that they would offer hazard pay if another round of PPP funding were to go through. So that is really great news. We haven't heard much about hazard pay until pretty much until now, so that's really great news right there. Now, there is some misinformation floating around the media and on YouTube, and I want to clear this up, because this is something that many people have been worried about and been messaging me here on YouTube saying, hey, this isn't happening. We can't do it. Senate's leaving. House is leaving. Everything's a mess. Well, it's not. The House technically went home. Okay? The House members were told on Friday they are free to leave Washington if they so choose. However, Steny Hoyer said, be ready to come back within 24 hours if recalled. So he said there's a very good chance. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said this, hopefully those negotiators will bear fruit sooner rather than later. And when I say by sooner rather than later, I hope that this weekend perhaps an agreement can be reached. So, somebody with inside knowledge, Steny Hoyer, who works hand in hand with Nancy Pelosi. I believe he should know a little bit about what's going on right now. So, this is really good news, saying when he says and he tells other House members, be ready to come back within 24 hours if recalled. So, even though the House left, many people left Washington, it doesn't mean stimulus negotiations are off the table. They're still happening. They're happening as we speak. So, I believe something will happen, especially when that's what he says. Now, as for the Senate was originally scheduled to be back on Capitol Hill tomorrow on October 5th. But due to, as of right now, we know of 3 senators who tested positive for COVID-19. So because of this, they had to reschedule their sessions until October 19th. That is a complete 2 weeks away. Now, the Senate will continue to conduct business virtually, though. That's what Mitch McConnell stated. Now, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he said that this should not happen. If they can't do business as usual, they shouldn't do anything at all. Now, he's pretty much just trying to push off and delay the Supreme Court justice. So, it is what it is. But don't expect anything to really happen there. Again, if the Senate, the same thing, if there's a stimulus package on the table, they will do whatever they can to vote on this. Same thing with the House. So don't let the media scare you into thinking that, okay, everybody went home, no deal is going to happen, nothing's on the table, nothing will get done right now until after the election. That's completely untrue. If a deal is ready to be voted on, everybody from Congress will come back to Washington and vote on this. So just be ready for that. Now, after reading multiple reports late last night and also early this morning, I can tell you that more and more government officials are expecting a stimulus package to be agreed upon very soon. Nancy Pelosi said the other day, I am optimistic. We always have to find a path. That is our responsibility to do so, and I believe we will do so. Now, COVID is impacting many people right now, and Congress is now seeing it through their own eyes as it affects multiple senators, House members, the White House, and even President Trump himself. Many expect that this wake-up call is going to speed up the stimulus negotiations and the entire process moving forward. It's also expected that the newly revised HEROES Act, HEROES 2.0, is going to end up somewhere around $1.9 trillion. Now, this means Senate Republicans will attempt to block this. And I say this because Mitch McConnell has already said anything that approaches $2 trillion will not be passed by the majority of Republicans. However, the Senate only needs 13 Republicans to vote on this and say yes in order for this to pass, as long as every single Democrat votes yes as well. In other news, President Trump issued a video response last night saying, I am doing well, and just giving us a little bit information about how he's doing, how Melania Trump is doing, and how people have been sending him well wishes. So that is great. We love seeing him up and about, and we pray for his quick recovery. He also stated that the doctors are telling him that the next 48 hours are going to tell us a lot. So we will just have to wait and see what happens over the next 48 hours, but wishing him and everybody around the world with COVID very, very well. Hopefully they get better quickly. Hopefully people that are getting better recover very fast, and everything and everybody goes back to normal. Also, Regal Cinemas announced yesterday, this is huge, they announced yesterday that they will be closing all their theaters immediately. It is unknown for how long the closing will last for, but many anticipate is going to last until mid to late February. This means that as of this week, more than 28,000 employees will be out of work. Also, currently in California, thousands and thousands of people that are on unemployment in California alone are not able to access their benefits as their debit cards have been frozen until further notice. That's incredible. And in a tough time like this, when people need their money and are relying on the state and unemployment benefits, and their card freezes, that's not good. Many people are calling Bank of America to see what's going on, and Bank of America is absolutely no help. Also, beneficiaries in Arizona are saying that they are being asked to return all of their unemployment due to the possibility that they filed for the wrong benefits. So it's not even being proven that they filed for the wrong benefits. It is saying that they are anticipating that they did. There is a possibility, and just that possibility alone lets Arizona ask for all the funds back. This means that over 3,500 residents of Arizona will be required to pay back upwards of $9,000 each. That is huge. So there you guys go. That is your second stimulus check update and stimulus negotiation report for Sunday, October 4th. As always, consider subscribing so that I can keep you updated on all things stimulus, and I'll see you guys on the next one.